You YouTubers, we're back here with another deck profile. We're doing pretty much the deck just changed hands, so I fixed it up a little bit and hopefully it's going to run a little bit better. This is the Yang Zing deck profile for post Cross Souls. Sorry, I had to think of it. Anyway, let's just start out with it. You got 2 Jiaotu. I want to run 3, but I've only got 2, so as soon as I get the 3rd one, that's going to be bumped up. We're trying to keep this short and sweet so that you guys, because I mean everybody knows what Yang Zing do, so we're just going to keep this short and sweet. 2 Chi-Wen. I got 3 Bixie because it stops traps. 2 Beyond, anti-destruct by battle. 2 Suwani because it gives that extra 500 attack boost. I got 2 Pulau. This is probably going to get knocked down to 1 for the other Jiaotu. I got 2 Treasure of the Yang Zing. This is to search out my spells and traps because we now have a searcher for the spells and traps in the Yang Zing deck. I play the 1 Coyote just in case I need a little bit bigger things to make a bigger monster, and just based off of the way that I play with my team, this card helps against one specific deck, and I'll explain that one later. And then I play the 1 Junk Synchron because it's just good in this deck. That's it for the monsters. Next, I play 2 Yang Zing Path. This is another card that I want to bump up to 3, but at the same time I want to put down to 1, because if you get it too early, it's too bad. 3 Patrick Hobans, because why not? I mean, I like digging deeper into my deck. Who doesn't? 1 Soul Charge, just to overrun the field. 1 Raigeki, just to clear boards that I can't get past with anti-targeting and whatnot. And then Dark Hole, because Dark Hole hurts my opponent and starts my engines if I need it. Which, this is Yang Zing's, you need it. 3 Creation, because Creation just gives you +1 monster every time your monster gets destroyed. Doesn't even matter if it's Yang Zing. I play 1 Brutality. I don't know if I'm going to change this or not. There's a few changes that I want to make to this deck. All in all, I want to add 1 more Path, and I'm going to see if I can't get 3 Jar of Dualities, but we'll talk about that another time. 1 Skill Drain, because Yang Zing's still plus off of that card too. I play 3 Call of the Haunteds, just because everything hits the graveyard, and it's fun. I'm not even worried about Spiritual Beasts with this deck, because I can just take over the field so easily. 1 Torrential Tribute, again to hurt your opponent and start your engines. 2 Dimensional Prison, like I said, just to get around those cards that can't be destroyed like Bielsa or whatever. 2 Mirror Force, clear full boards, and this is probably one of the cards I'm going to take out for the jars, is Imperial Iron Wall, because Imperial Iron Wall messes with the Dimensional Prisons, and one of the cards that I go into a lot in the extra deck. Which, for the extra deck, we've got Herald of the Arclight, which is the card that the Imperial Iron Wall messes with. I love this card. It's easy to make, and it's easy to make it to where it's unaffected by traps, or not destroyed by battle, depending on which tuner you're using. Armades, because it stops every card it smashes into, because your opponent can't activate cards until the end of the damage step, and cards like Burning Abyss monsters activate in the damage step. Go-Yo Guardian, because stealing your opponent's monster is clutch, and he's a 28 with added effects due to the Yang Zing monsters. 1 Black Rose, in case you need to nuke the field. 2 Yazi, because he's a boss monster. Why not? 2 Baxia, because he's a boss monster, and why not? I mean, if you've been playing Yang Zing long enough, you know what these ones do. And then I'm also playing Red Hot Dragon Archfiend. I just picked this up today, which, by the way, I just picked up this deck yesterday, and I picked this up today for this deck. Red Hot Dragon Archfiend is just, it's fun if you're opponent has a full field of just cards, you can just dark hole the entire field except for him, play off of Yang Zing plays, and then synchro summon again. It's just shenanigans. Start a Spark Dragon because you need to protect some of your monsters sometimes, and Spark Dragon's just the way to go. Crimson Blader because Necros are a thing still, and Spiritual Beasts kinda get hurt by it if they don't have a reaction. It's just whatever. And then I play Chao Fang for the 9 because I like shutting down every deck in the meta, and Chao Fang is my answer to it. Leo is still a pretty big boss monster to hit, and again, earlier whenever I said something about running a specific card to mess with a specific deck in my team, I play Armades and Coyote so that I can go into number 14 because one of my friends plays Chainburn, and that deck is annoying. This card shits all over that deck. And then this card is going to be changed for something, I don't know exactly what yet, but I'm going to change my number 101 because you've only got 3 level 4s, which are the Herald and the 2 Swannies, and it's just not even worth playing rank 4s. But yeah, that's the Yang Zing deck profile, and I might play Mistworm or something instead of this, but I don't know, we'll figure that out on a later date.